When the soldiers were on a reconnaissance mission, they suddenly heard that the enemy's motorcade was approaching at full speed, so the leader among them told his teammates to plant landmines on the road. After getting everything ready, all of them lurked on the hillside, waiting to see what would happen. Sure enough, not long after, a number of American military transport vehicles came along the road ahead, and one of them triggered a landmine on the road. The sudden explosion made the American soldiers on the vehicles become alert. However, the Chinese People's Volunteer Army soldiers lurking on the hill didn't take any action. Instead, they took out pens and paper and started taking notes. It turned out that they wanted to roughly calculate the scale of the US 1 reinforcements by observing the number of American soldiers getting off the vehicles to stand guard and the amount of ammunition being loaded and unloaded from the transport vehicles. What puzzled the scouts was that this large-scale transportation of weapons and personnel by the Americans was actually heading towards Sifan Mountain, where our troops were relatively weak in strength. Could it be that they were going to carry out an offensive mission there? The problem was that, at the same time, the Americans were constantly transporting artillery shells to Wushan Mountain, so the Volunteer Army had a heated discussion about which direction the Americans were going to attack. The scout who had studied in the United States quickly judged that this was a deception by the enemy, aiming to hide their true combat intentions. Subsequently, they would launch a deadly blow to the Volunteer Army on an unexpected scale. In the face of such a deceptive combat deployment by the Americans, the Army commander immediately gave the order to respond to all changes by remaining unchanged.